Hello. Can't wait for this part of the stream to be muted again because apparently this song is completely copyrighted and is not allowed for streaming. Which makes no sense. But okay. Hello. Here we are. Time for Elden Ring. Hopefully one of the last streams. I mean, we have a boss to fight that is going to be super tough. Could take a couple streams. I'm hoping it will be no more than like 2 streams though. Because I kind of just want to be done with Elden Ring. Even though I did enjoy, you know, I did enjoy the DLC itself. There was some parts that I didn't enjoy as much, and I just want to move on. So, can't wait for Life is Strange, for example, which I believe is coming out today. So, yes, that's gonna be next in the Elden Ring slot, basically. Last boss took my fiance 6 hours. Yeah. I did see someone that was very low on the Erdtree level. And it took him like, I think it was like 4 streams. 6 hours. For like 6 hours, you know. So like quite a long time. But he was, you know, he was underleveled in that sense, so. And hey Gio, how are you doing today? Hello. Let's see how we do. I guess I think he did it on NG+3 actually though. Oh. So that's worse. I love this view though. This view is nice. I'm just almost above the clouds. But yeah, let's see. I will just start with this weapon for now. If I get tired of it, we can try some other weapons. Let's just see how we do.
My loyal blade and champion of the festival. Both your deeds will ever be praised in song. Now, the vow will be honored, and my lord brother's soul will return, so that he may be my consort.
Hey Savan, how's it going? Hello, hello. And hey Nikki, welcome back for the 10 streams in a row. Let's go. Hope you guys are doing well. Let's try and murder this version of Radahn. Yes. He does look pretty cool. Hello. Yes, perfect. Oh wait, I need to set up my death counter. Hold on. Yes, yes. So we started at 504 deaths. I'm gonna try to remember that. Just so we know like how many deaths it actually took to beat him. 504. Now 505. There we go. Oh, so you only see that scene like sequence once, okay. Thought it was might be like an everyday thing, every time thing. Not every day. Okay, I didn't know about the second one. Obviously. Ow. Yes. Yeah, I'm gonna have to learn all the moves. Obviously, I've not fought him myself. Like, I've watched people fight him, but I didn't really pay attention to the movesets. Did the postcards arrive yet? We have like two of the 3 postcards that that I sent to people here in chat. Did they arrive yet? Because last I know, it was that they were making it to the respective countries. Not yet. Okay. I don't know. Next time I'll just send it normally. I don't know what's up with the post, with the Italian international post. Or I'll just send it from Germany. That would be quicker. I've been watching the post. Okay, not yet. Yeah, because this was like specifically to send it to you other European countries, right? And I'm not sure if the other mailbox, like the normal Italian mailbox, is only for Italian post. So I'm not sure if I'm even able to just send it normally. From Italy. I could always just put it in the post here. Might have been quicker to just hand deliver them, probably, yeah. I mean, I sent them, let me see, like 3 weeks ago. Yeah. Kind of 3 weeks ago. Pretty much for 3 weeks ago, yeah. It's when I sent them. And I was like, okay, let's just, you know, get it done really early on in the vacation. Let's just send them out so I don't forget. And I did. And then nothing happens. But if I follow the like tracking stuff that I still like have here, I always check too. So last I checked, I wrote it in Discord that, you know, it's been taken over by the respective countries, basically. That's what it said. I can check again. Because why not? Like, I would send you guys the trackings and the QR codes, but I don't know which I used for which postcard, so it would like dox you, so I don't want to do that, but no, not maps, wait, tracking. Hello? Can we focus, please? Thank you. Okay, it did update a little bit. It says your postcard is on the way to the recipient. At least it updated a little bit. Because last I checked, it said something like the postcards have made it to the respective countries. That's like the last status update, and now it says your postcard is on the way to the recipient. So hopefully, a couple more days. Hopefully. Good luck. But do let me know if you receive it. Just so I know it actually worked out in the end. All is slow and well then, yeah. I didn't expect it to be that slow. Like, I considered, okay, it's Italy, it might take a while, but not like 3 weeks. You know? It's a bit much. I think the last times I sent postcards, I just sent them from Germany and it was so much quicker. I just took a while to actually bring them to the post office. Yeah, this might take a while. As I also said before, I'm not completely opposed to using my summon. If it takes too long. If I make it to 700 deaths and we're still here, I might summon. Seems difficult for postcards to exit Italy, yeah. Like, I also don't know, it was like, as I said, it was like a different post box from the normal one. So maybe it just doesn't get emptied as much. Maybe that's what it is. Because it took a while to even be on the way, you know? I think that took the longest. Fortunately, they seem to still be on the tracking system. Yeah, that's a good thing. You can still track them, and there is updates. So, at least something happens. For a while, I thought the tracking just didn't work because, like, nothing was updated. For, like, 2 weeks. But now it seems to be at least showing something. Some sort of progress. I don't really know where to go with that attack. Do I just try to jump it, or... That one, like, gravity attack. Where he put some gravity in the ground. Meanwhile, I made 2 eBay purchases that came hella fast. One was in New York and I got it in 3 days. The other item happened to be within like 30 kilometers of me and I got it like immediately. Yeah, I'm sometimes surprised in the place where I work. If you order something, sometimes it's there the next day. I don't know how that works. I mean, I will say, like, the deliverer, they have some issues for sure, but if you get lucky, your item will be there like the next day. Even though it's not like express or anything, it's just normal shipment. I ordered a sweater from the US and it came in like a week. Yeah. Sometimes that happens. And other times I've ordered stuff for like from like Final Fantasy and like Square Enix store. I mean, obviously that stuff comes from Japan, so it takes a while. But yeah, some of that stuff I didn't even remember I had ordered, and suddenly I had like a shipment from Japan, and I was like, wait, what did I order? Because it was so long ago. But it was also, I think one was a pre-order, so maybe that was why it took so long. I do have like a huge kind of mouse pad of FF7 Rebirth that I still have to actually put on my table. Because I didn't have time to actually clean up the place a little bit. Yes, perfect. But yeah, I've definitely ordered, I think, stuff from the UK and stuff from US before, and it didn't take long. Okay, so I get the dodge for that one kind of immediately. I don't know how. I know it's a bit early, like you dodge a bit early, which is interesting. This one I don't get. I don't have no idea how to dodge it. But I'll figure it out eventually. Maybe jumping is what it is. But also maybe no. It was pretty speedy for overseas. It came before the tracking said it would. Tracking for my second item still says it wasn't delivered. So I was super confused when I had a package. Yeah. Sometimes tracking is weird. As I said with the postcards. Like nothing seemed to happen for at least 2 weeks, and then suddenly. So maybe they only pick it up every 2 weeks. Who knows? That was a bit too early. Okay. Great. Great attempt. Came so fast the tracking couldn't keep up, yeah. Or sometimes when you get like maybe 2 items in one shipment and they don't add the same tracking number to, you know, to the other item that you ordered. Maybe it's also like that. Where they just forgot to add the tracking number. Yeah, you can't completely run it. You can run it for most of it. Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't get this one. Ow. Yeah, okay. I was kind of panic rolling. And this is only the first phase. I know there's a second phase. This will be tough. But we're here. We made it to the end. You know what I bought? Pokemon cards? I don't buy anything. Sometimes my credit card is all food. But Pokemon cards, they spoke to me. Let's go. Why not? Why the heck not? You know, I mostly just spent money on concerts, traveling, gas, food, Twitch. That's like where my money goes. And some like subscription stuff that I just have to have because it's like Lightroom and Photoshop and yeah. And actually I just like this month or yeah, this month actually still is where I finally paid off one of my camera lenses that I bought last year. So that's done at least. One payment gone. And next year in August my car will be paid off, so that's good too. No more car payments. Unless it's like for insurance. But no more like paying off any credits stuff. Yes. I am considering to buy a new car though. Isn't that bad? Because I'm thinking like for now my car is not that old yet. So I could still get some money from it. That's what I'm thinking. And I kind of really, I do have like a dream car. Like a Suzuki. I have a dream car. That I don't own currently. Okay, you can roll that one pretty well. That one actually too I just messed up. That was healing. My car got totaled and it was amazing because it was only cosmetic damage, so I got paid out, but still have a car. Nice. I mean, not so nice on the totaled, but still, yeah. If you actually like can still drive it. It's only cosmetic. Yeah. I actually saw a car burning today, which is I mean, I think the people that were there were fine, but yeah, there was a car that was on fire on my way to work today. So, whoops. And there was like a whole bunch of, you know, it was all like, yeah. There were like firefighters, police officers, doctors as well. You know, like ambulance. But I think the people were fine. I think it was just the car. Because the car didn't look completely like trashed. I think it was just burned for some reason. Maybe something started burning. I paid off one of my loans last month, which was a good feeling. It is a good feeling. And I'm glad for you. Like as I said, this month was the last payment of one of my camera lenses. So that is completely paid off. I am considering of getting, I do have like a dream. I really want to get a Sony camera, but the Sony cameras are so expensive. So I will probably just try to save up this time. Like I actually have enough lenses and like good camera to not really need it at the moment. You know, to do better photos. I wish I could do better photos, but for that I need a better camera and better lenses. And they're all very expensive. So I'm just gonna try to save money for once and not go like into debt and, you know, pay it off. So that is what I'm planning to do. Just put the money on the side and then try to buy it when I actually have money. Which will never be the case, but I can try, right? Okay, I can't jump that one. Did try. Yeah, those attacks are mean. There's so many in a row. So many in a row. Why would you? Oh yeah, speaking of cars, I have to get my car checked out tomorrow. And switch tires. And yes. So that will cost some money. Speaking of saving money. Yeah, not happening. But I can dream, right? I can dream. Also, Switzerland was quite expensive. Because it's Switzerland. You know, I went to Switzerland but like this last Saturday for a concert. Thankfully I got some pretty cheap like train tickets. So train wasn't that bad, but yeah, hotel was pretty expensive. And just eating. I did notice that McDonald's was like twice the price that it is in Germany. Like the same kind of amount of food. Not quite, I think it was a bit more, but still it was quite expensive. I'm hoping to move somewhere I can ditch the car. Yeah. Yeah, that's also like, I can understand, but I also don't want to live in a city. So it's like, what do you do? I mean, I come from a city where there's a lot of public transportation. So like I grew up with public transport being there like a metro being there every 5 minutes. And those kind of things. I grew up with that and like buses driving everywhere and all night and yeah. Where I live now, there's nothing. There's a train that goes to the like bigger cities every half an hour to an hour. And that's being lucky, like if it all works out and nothing gets cancelled. Yeah. Oh, I did actually drive on the way back. I did actually drive the TGV, the like French train that goes from Paris. I did actually drive that train for a while. Because I had to, like, I didn't plan on it, but I missed one of my connection trains. And yeah. So I had to get the next one that was possible, and that was actually a French train. Fortunately, my money seems to be going towards not so nice things these days, which sucks, but it's necessary. Planning a trip next year, so I have to try budget for that too. Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, I feel like most of my money is not going towards, you know, something that is good for me. It's just kind of something I have to do. Yeah. But I would love to, for example, I would love to go back to Japan next year, but it's so expensive. And there's no way I'm saving enough money until then. But I'm gonna try. There's a couple things I'm gonna try saving for. And we'll see what happens. We'll see. Switzerland is very HCOL? Like the US? HCOL. What does that mean? What does that stand for? Imagine we have like one train and it's like 3 times the price of gas and slower. Yeah. Not to mention I can't even walk there. I couldn't... Like the next train station is about 5 kilometers. Oh, high cost of living? Yeah, yeah, yeah. But they also earn a lot more in Switzerland. So it's not that bad in comparison. Yeah, so I will say trains in Germany have become kind of crazy expensive in a sense that, like, they're not reliable. They're not reliable ever. Um, it's kind of like if you have connections, you will usually miss them. Like, I got really lucky on the way to Switzerland because I didn't miss anything, but I was running. So I had to run. Um, but yeah, usually you miss some sort of, if you have connecting trains, you will miss something. But yeah. And it's usually pretty expensive. Like the like me going to Switzerland isn't that expensive because it's not that far away. But if, for example, I go visiting my parents, it's usually quite expensive, and flying is almost the same price. So I'm always thinking, like, should I just take the plane? I mean, I could walk to the next train station. I could, but it would be like 5 kilometers. And if you have like baggage, you know, some luggage with you, I don't know if I added a def. I'll just add another one. Yeah. It's not the best to just walk there. So I usually just drive my car to the next train station and leave it there. But I couldn't do that this time because some trains were not running. Some trains were not running because they had some construction work on the way to the next big city. So I had to leave my car in like the next bigger city over. Yeah, if you have a lot of luggage, it's a bit meh. I would not, like, I could walk there. I could walk to the train station, but it's so far away. If I just had like a backpack, it would be fine. But anything more, no. It's just not fun. Especially if you come back home at like nighttime and you have to walk that way back. No, it's like really dark there. It's not safe. Wouldn't do that. But yeah, so driving a French train was fun for a while. It was only like 30 minutes or so, but it's kind of funny. The trains are so different. The TGV, they're so different from ICE. Because they have like 2 floors. And like tables everywhere. People will just all sitting at their tables and working, and yeah. We do have a couple tables in the ICE, but not every, every seat has a table. Or almost every seat. Monthly pass for a train is like $450. Just checked. Yeah, that's too much. I think that used to be like that kind of price is what it used to be for 1 semester back when I was studying at university. So you could get like a kind of public transport ticket for a semester, and I think that was like 370 euros. That was quite a lot, but it was like worth it, definitely, because I was using the public transport all the time. I think most of French trains are pretty nice and comfy. Yeah, the train was comfy. I did like it. It was just very different from what I know. It was kind of funny. But yeah, I made it home safe. Like, I was maybe a little bit delayed because I missed one of my trains, but it wasn't that bad actually. I think I got home maybe half an hour to an hour later than I was supposed to. So it wasn't that bad. I've had much worse with the German trains. One time I had a 5-hour delay. That was the worst that I ever had. It was 5 hours. Yeah. And that's not fun, let me tell you. I mean, it was like a extraordinary situation because it was like a storm, and the storm caused a lot of like destruction, obviously. So I get what happened, like a lot of trees just on the train tracks and such. But then they kind of just ditched us in one city that we were not supposed to you know, stay. They kind of just ditched us, which was like an hour away from, or an hour and a half away from where my parents live. And I was like, okay, how do I get to my parents' city? Like, how do I get there now? There was like no more trains going, and they all just stopped in this one city where my cousin lives. Where, I mean, I could have stayed with my cousin, but yeah. But it was a bit like, oh, what do I do now? Like, no more trains are going. But then suddenly I did see, it was kind of exciting. And suddenly I did see a train that was going to my parents' city. So I was just on it and, you know, driving there, and it was so full. It was kind of extreme. There was all these families with their little kids and their, like, you know, their buggies, their children's buggies. And yeah, it was so full. You could not move. Yeah. Everyone just wanted to go. And, but I didn't understand. I did not understand how they just left us there. The train could have easily just moved on to its actual destination from there. I did not understand why we were just left. Did they give you a sandwich? No. No. They gave us nothing. But what you can do if you have like a serious delay of like, I think it starts at 2 hours or like even 1 hour. If you have 1 hour delay, I think you can apply for a bit of money back. And usually they give it to you. Like it's maybe like 25% or so. But if you, for example, have like more than 2 hours or something, they might give you back 50 or even more % of what your train ticket cost. And as I said, like you can just apply pretty easily, like through an app, and it works, and you usually get your money back. So that's at least something, you know. But it's a thing in Germany, like the train, the Deutsche Bahn, the German train. They have monopoly, so they don't have any other competing companies. So they can basically do what they want. There's one company that's kind of trying to compete with them, but it doesn't really work. So yeah, that's why they get worse and worse. Because they can basically do what they want. And get more money. And, you know, ask for more money, because there's not really a market. In Japan, that was different. In Japan, there was like different companies. Yeah. Mom, come pick me up. I was actually like, I was definitely talking to my mom. But I would never ask her to like pick me up. I would have just probably stayed in that city for the night and then tried the next day. You know, somehow. Sandwich as compensation for the huge delay is kind of a meme in France. Yeah. They have several companies that rival them, and those are even worse. I only know of one. But yeah, they're not doing their best. But I just always have to think of Japan. It is what it is. Because in Japan, everything worked. You know, if they had, I was always like, if they had like a 2-minute delay, they would apologize profusely. If in Germany you had a 2-minute delay, no one would say a thing. And, you know, so it was not normal in Japan to have any kind of delay. And on the trains, for example. And there's different companies, like different regional trains, and you have Shinkansen. Shinkansen has like its own track system. So if you drive on Shinkansen, you're always gonna have separate tracks from, you know, regional trains, which in Germany doesn't really happen. We have a fast train, the ICE, but it's driving on the same tracks that like regional trains are driving on. So whenever there's a delay, you know, with say like regional trains, yes, that causes the ICE to be delayed too. And why I missed my connecting train on the way back was for a very good reason, because there was like a medical emergency on the train. So I completely understood. I had no issue with it, you know. That happens. You can't really do it much. So they had to wait for like the paramedics to arrive and pick up the person that needed medical assistance. That's completely fine. Like I'm not gonna complain about that. Yeah. We are also able to claim a financial compensation if the train is delayed more than 1 hour, but French train companies are smart and they are making efforts to have 55 minutes delay. Nice. Yeah, I think the German trains do that too sometimes. But sometimes it just can't be helped. As I said, in a situation where it's like a storm and there's just like trees and branches all over the tracks, then you just can't drive. I get it. But I was so happy once I actually reached my parents. I was just like, I'm so dead. I'm so dead. And that was like last year during Christmas time as well, when you just wanted to be home with your parents or with your families, and everyone just wanted to go home. And no one had a way to, until we saw that one train that was everybody got crammed into. I would 100% have been like that. Pick me up, yeah. I mean, if it wasn't that far, it was like 1.5 to 2 hours, I believe. If you like one way. I think if it was like 1 hour, I might have called them. But if it like 2 hours each way, and it was already like late in the day, no, I'm not gonna do that to them. I had more problems with SNCF than with DB so far, at least. Right after me and Savan met at Clisson. Oh, okay. I mean, I've just driven DB more. I can't really compare it to anything else because I've not really driven other train systems in Europe that much. But in Japan I have, and Japan was just amazing for that. You could get anywhere. There's buses, there's trains everywhere. You can just go anywhere. And it's no problem, even if you live on the countryside. No problemo. Also, you can just walk around at nighttime and feel safe as a woman. Which is not something that usually happens to you. Bullet train is genius. I would so rather do that than fly. I prefer, I would, honestly, I would prefer it too, but the thing is, it's quite expensive. I think it was almost the same price or even the same price as flying. So it's kind of the same, but it's a bit slower. Like a little bit, not much. But if you compare it like that, you know, it's just like same price for a longer time. But it is very comfortable. I've only done that once. I've only been on a Shinkansen, maybe twice, actually. Oh yeah, I think I've been twice. Yeah. Let me think. Yeah, I think I've been on the Shinkansen twice. One was like a long time ago. It was like 17 years ago. 17 years ago? The other was a bit later. Maybe 10 years ago. But it's so comfortable. And so fast. And like everything just flies by. French trains can be very unreliable too. Yeah. Flying makes me nauseous as fuck. Yeah, me too. Me too. I do have to take medicine every time I fly. So it's not ideal. It's better on like longer flights. If it's like a short flight especially. Yeah, no. If you just go up and down. That makes me nauseous. But if you go like longer trips for, as I said, like Japan, that is not that bad because you're kind of in the air the entire time. Like a long time. Nothing I've tried has really helped. Okay, just the altitude makes you ill? Okay. Yeah, for me it's motion sickness, so I can just take something for motion sickness. But yeah, I don't know. If I had the choice, I think I would always prefer the train. If it was like, let's say, cheaper and faster. But Shinkansen is fun. Shinkansen is very fun. And I will say, like, I've had, like, usually have had great experiences with the Italian trains. But this time around, it was a bit rough too. Like, we had some delays and one time we had to sprint all across the Rome, Roma Termini. Like the Rome, main station. We had to sprint across from the very, like, left to the very right of it. Which was like, I don't know, took like 15 minutes and we had 10 minutes for changeover. So we had to sprint quite a bit. It was so tough. Especially since my mom is not the youngest anymore. Like, I can't make her run. That's not gonna work. I'm weird. I like flying. I like flying in a way, but I don't... Like, if I can take the train, I will definitely take the train. If there's, like, an affordable train. But especially if you go further distances, I would always prefer flying, I think. It's like a really long distance. If it takes 10 hours by train, then no. Then I will definitely try to fly. I think the only way I would make it to Europe is if I had a drug that actually knocked me out. Oh no. I have it, doesn't help. Okay. Yeah, this medicine that I have, it makes you a bit tired too, so you almost get knocked out. Hey TK, how's it going? We're definitely playing Elden Ring today. Yes. I'm just talking a little bit at the moment. Possibly because I don't do it so often. So it's still super exciting to me. Used to love it as a kid. As I said, I don't mind it. It's usually the fastest way to go from A to B. So for that, it's great. But I'm not a fan of, like, the way that I have to take medicine every time. Or I would get sick otherwise, you know. That's not something I'm a fan of. But yeah. I mean, there's a band, you know, you guys know the band Breaking Benjamin. They have never really toured in Europe. I think they came over once. And they only did that. Like, I think the singer is, like, super afraid of flying. And they only made it across because they were on a ship. They decided to 1 year just go on a ship and come over. Something like that. Otherwise they would have never been able to go over, you know. Across the pond. That makes me think of that a little bit. You could always just take a ship. Cruise ship. If that's better. I don't know if that's better. Yeah, if it's the altitude. No, I get it. I know for you it's not being afraid, but not being able to. Basically. I'm just saying, there was this, you know, Breaking Benjamin. The Breaking Benjamin band. And they only made it across to Europe because they decided one year they're just gonna take the ship and come over. Hey pizza, how's it going? Hello. I mean, I kind of dodged it, I guess. No, I can't, so when he does that attack, I cannot heal. Because that does not work. Ever. But yeah, as I said, I would actually love to go back to Japan, and there's unfortunately no way other than flying to go to Japan. There's no way. So. And it's usually pretty expensive. But if you go outside of the main times, the main like touristy times, maybe it's fine. I don't know. I would love to go in the fall though. Like November. Because in November, Japan is just absolutely gorgeous. And people just kind of underestimate how gorgeous it is. And they only know about like sakura, cherry blossom season. And yeah, that's beautiful too, but there's different times that are as beautiful, if not better. Hello, the Kenzie. Hi, TK. Hello, hello. Everywhere I want to go, I need to fly there. Yeah, I feel that. If I ever wanted to go to Scotland, I would need to fly there too, probably. I mean, I could take the train, I guess. There is a way to go on the train. But I would have to renew my passport first. Ow. I'm trying to learn, sir. Can you stop killing me for a second so I can learn? No? Okay. No learning on Radan's watch. Not this mini? Yeah. Hey Jam Jam. How's it going? Unfortunately, this mini is the last one that I have left. I did defeat Bale last time, and I did defeat Midra last time. So he's the only guy I have left. Meteor was quite a struggle for me. Bale was not so much. But I did also summon the NPC. And I know like Arshia was the same, right? Arshia had not had such a struggle with Bale. Like I don't know why it was so quick for me. I don't really get it. Even if there was an NPC helping me, you know. It doesn't really do much. Let's be there. Dead. I've driven 27 hours to Florida before. That's a fun trip. Fun in quotation marks. I wish we had bullet trains. Yeah. No, I get that. I definitely get that. I mean, we have trains. They're not always reliable, but at least we have trains. Pretty much going. You could go anywhere in Germany with the trains that we have, or like buses. So we do have quite a good like transportation system. It's not very reliable. Let's put it that way. And there was a fun like fact about Switzerland. I think at some point they didn't even let German trains into Switzerland anymore if they had like a super delay. They just said, no, you're not getting in. I read something about that once. I don't know how true it is and how, how they actually did it. But yeah, it's always funny to me, like in Japan, for example. They always said to me like, oh, German trains are so reliable. And like German, they're so on schedule. And I'm like, do you guys see yourselves? You're on schedule. German trains are not. Like they had Germany as like their idol on how to do it, and they did it so much better. It's so funny to me. Yeah, the bit about the Swiss is true. Okay, okay. So I'm not the only one who read that. Okay, good. I think my mom told me that actually. I'm trying to remember. And then I read something about it. I think that's what it was. I think my mom said something about it. Because she was going through Switzerland on a train to go to Italy. Because she prefers going by train anywhere, really. She doesn't really like flying. There you go. I was just hydrating. Can compare their system to ours. Way more complicated. That's why the Swiss are kind of admiring it, and that it even works on that scale sometimes. Yeah. Of course, it's all different systems. I'm just saying, like, Japan is always looking towards, like, the Japanese people that I talked to, they said, like, Japan as a country is always kind of looking towards Germany and what they do. And, like, with recycling, with, trains being on schedule on time. Like, they're kind of admiring it and trying to, make it their own, and then they actually make it better. That's what I mean. It's kind of funny to me. And they always say, "Oh, your trains are so on schedule," but that's not really true anymore. Maybe it used to be that way, but no longer. I did it right from the get-go and not saved money on every corner. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they will invest in things and make it perfect the first time around, right? That's what they do. I feel like that's always what they do. And especially if they have construction stuff, it's done in like 2 weeks. They don't spend years on the construction. Unless it's like a bigger one. I just saw it in like the way they fixed so much in like Fukushima, in the Fukushima area. After the catastrophe happened, they fixed like the roads and such so quickly. It was 2 to 3 weeks, I think, and everything was back to normal again. I mean, as normal as it could be. So like all the like highways were fixed, for example. It was just crazy to me how fast and effective everything was. You know, seeing that. And then you look at German construction. And they will start different construction sites everywhere and not finish a single one of them. That's what I mean. But I've also told you guys about the Rome construction sites. And there's so many people just going as tourists to Rome right now, and I feel so sad for them. Because they will not see all the sites. They are all like behind construction sites. I'm making so much progress, not. Yes, so much progress. Did you guys see my latest picture yet? That I posted on Instagram. We just posted in the chat because I'm kind of proud of it. So I'm just gonna put it here. Look at it. Thank you. That is Melissa Bonnie from Ad Infinitum and Camelot. Okay. Yes, that was with Camelot. I'm kind of proud of that picture. It is something I have taken, so. Last Saturday. Yes, yes. Still have to like finish editing the entire gallery though. Okay, I'm just trying to learn the moves, really. And I don't seem to be able to. Yes. Anyway, I had a great time in Switzerland. I had a great time at the concert. Met some photographers from Italy, from Switzerland, from some kind of my area. So it was kind of fun. It was a lot of people there that I didn't know, but we had a connection. And it's always funny with photographers. You just kind of vibe because you have the same hobbies, the same interest, kind of. And one of my lens caps, it got like stuck in my lens, and I couldn't get it off. And this one other photographer just helped me, just took the time to help me. And we actually managed to get it off. The lens cap was just kind of really stuck on the lens. I was kind of afraid I would never get it off again. Imagine. Can't use it because you can't get the lens cap off. Honestly, I might try to go for the chicken leg for some time. I just want to see how it handles. And it's fine. Because it does kind of less damage, I believe, than my weapon, my other weapon. Oh, I do have it still there. Okay. Chicken leg. Chicken leg. You could also try the Milady. We have choices. He just does so much damage. Is it me just being very squishy? Why am I so squishy? So yeah, this week concert-wise, it's actually not that bad. I don't have any actual concerts that I will attend. But on Friday and Saturday, there's a small festival. So I'm going to that instead. And that's why I can't stream on Friday, even though it's a day off in Germany, or parts of Germany. I don't know how to dodge that attack. I just don't know. And he doesn't give you a lot of room to attack. Yeah. It's a tough fight. I also just feel very weak in comparison. And I know he got, like, nerfed already. So it was probably worse. Chicken leg. Trying to think, what else could I do? Like vigor, strength, and dex all need 60. So I can't really take away those points. I can't really take away endurance either. So even if I were to, like, let's say, respec something, I can't really take any points away. Even though I would love to have some more points in arcane. There's no way. I just can't. I don't have that many points. Could take away a little bit from stamina, but I also don't really want to do that. This is a great fight. You have so many chances to learn and to attack, you know? I think my other weapon suits me better. I don't know. It just works better for me. I've gotten so used to it. I think that's what it is. If I were to use other weapons a bit longer, I think I would be better with those as well. I do have still the Milady. But I currently have no Ashes of War in there. So yeah, look at the damage on physical. There's so much more. Just if you compare these two. Oh, I mean, this weapon also scales with Arcane, so that makes sense. Hmm. Yeah, I can't really do much there. I don't know how to dodge that attack. There's no way. Maybe it's just undodgeable. Like, you can't really jump it. You can't roll it, I don't think. So I'm not really sure how you're supposed to dodge that. Maybe if you roll to the sides. They feel not dodgeable, okay. This one feels very dodgeable to me. I don't know why. Like that one I kind of got immediately. The dodge timings, I mean. Oh, okay. So you can roll away from that. I just rolled away by accident. Or you can be far enough away, let's say. From the one, like, yeah. So that one I get. These ones is a bit tough. Like, you can roll them. But you have to know. Yeah, I'm not far enough away, okay. Okay, you can't roll. Okay. I was just rolling at the wrong time. That one feels just mean. And we have to roll away. I'm not entirely sure how to dodge that one. Oh. Spent over 10 hours on this boss? Yeah, I don't want to do that. I did say before, if I reach 700 deaths and we're still nowhere near, I might just summon. But I will give it until 700 deaths. We started at 504, so... I will give it until 700.
Lord brother.
Then I think I've had a fair amount of tries, you know.
At long last you are returned.
Always the FromSoft games with their feet showing.
Tarnished one.
Showing someone's feet.
Aspiring lord of the old order. If you have known sin...
Yeah, the story in the DLC, it doesn't really make sense to me. I will just put it out there.
Then yield the path forward to us.
Because they're like brothers and want to get married, and it's weird.
And my promised consort, Radahn.
Oops. I don't know anything about this phase. So this should be fun. Great. Yay. Sorry, my mom is asking me some sending me some messages. Just hold on a second. Um. Okay, sorry. Sorry. Just remember George R. R. Martin was involved in the story and that is all you need to know. He loves family stuff. Yeah. It's just weird. Like, it doesn't make any sense. But yeah. Hi, Kenzie's mom. Yes. Sorry. Sorry about that. My brother is currently basically at the same concert that I was at on Saturday. And basically she just asked me like how long it lasted because it's like a lot of bands. And they just want to know. Yes. Anyway. Here we go again. Hey, at least we made it to phase 2. It's first time in phase 2. I feel like George R. R. Martin usually writes stories that at least make a bit more sense, though. Like, even if there's incest stuff and, like, all that kind of stuff. But at least the stories make more sense than this. I don't know. I just want Bloodborne back. Because that made sense to me. Sometimes I feel like get the attacks and then I don't. know how it is? Yes. Yeah, that one I still don't completely get. But that's fine.
Promise you 1,000-year voyage guided by compassion.
Okay. Got a hug. I don't really remember what it does. I did see it before, I just don't know what it does. I guess you just die quicker. Isn't there like a potion you can take for that spell or whatever they put on you? This one? No. Maybe? Oh, that's Marika. Does that come back? It says like all ailments. I have 2 stored. Okay. Queen of the Erdtree. I feel like if I use it, it's just gone. So I don't want to waste it. What does using it do? Broken and bereft of its bounty, it retains naught but the power to resist charms. Okay. Is that just gone now? Does it come back? Oh, it is still there. Okay. You can just use it over. Does Morg's shackle also work on him? Because he does have some Morg element now. No, I forgot about the 5th attack. No. It's not gonna come at me with like knee heal though, right? Knee heal. Knee heal. Knee heal. By the way, I'm currently testing some ads, so if you get some ads, yeah. I'm just testing. I will probably take it away again. Don't worry. I'm just mostly testing it for, just so we don't have pre-roll ads. See how it works for people. I think it's only like 1 minute per hour though. I set it to almost the lowest I could set it to. Yeah, the second phase actually starts quite early. It's not like even halfway. Definitely a lot less. Maybe there's a third phase. Run! Okay. You are so far away.
I promise you.
Okay, I don't have that thing on that allows me to... Yeah, I forgot that. I forgot it. What if I'm guessing if I use that, that will save me from that thing that they put on me. That's what my guess is. If I use the Mikola's rune. Pizza. Pizza, I love that you're here. I did see your Hitman cosplay yesterday. I couldn't really say hi, but I did see it. I was busy editing. Go to editing. Yes. Okay, where was that thing? Let me, maybe... okay. Maybe if I put it just here, we can just use it whenever and I don't have to look for it in the menu every time. Yes. And the other flask is just for the physics tier thing. Mixed physics. Oh, you can roll away from that while he does that? Interesting. Okay, what happens now? Does it work against this kind of charm? No. It does not. Okay. Okay, great. Still have that thing on me, so I don't really know what that rune does. It only says I can resist charms, but I'm guessing it has something to do with this stuff. Whatever it is. And maybe not completely resisted? I don't know. I do not know. Just want to read it again. Okay, a great rune relinquished by Mikola. Broken and bereft of its bounty, it retains naught but the power to resist charms. Mikola set off for the tower enshrouded by shadow, abandoning everything. His golden flesh, his blinding strength, even his fate. All in an effort to bury the original sin, to embrace the whole of it, and be reborn as a new god. Yeah, I don't know what that means. I mean, the whole story of Elden Ring doesn't make that much sense to me, but... you know. But people love it, so... Also, it's not really like on... it's not really a story game, so I shouldn't really complain. It's very like hidden story game. Yeah, I think if I try to dodge it when he's already pulled me close, it's too late. I need to dodge it before he even pulls me close. I think that's what it is. Nah, too late. I was rolling too late. Just trying to learn, bro. Show me your moves. Let me learn. I mean, I feel like there's definitely progress. It's just very slow progress. At least we have seen the second phase. At least, you know, there's been like halfway down on the health bar. But just gonna take a while. I think especially second phase. First phase is you can learn it. Second phase, oh no. Oh no. Yeah, if you just want to heal because you're really low health and he doesn't give you a chance, it's always tough. Like, I try to focus and not get hit, but you're just too worried. Definitely too worried getting hit. And then that happens. You just die. Yeah, I couldn't dodge it because I was healing, and this I can't dodge either, so... Great. We will be here a long time. Get ready! Get ready, kids. So yeah, I know why I did 1 Elden Ring stream this week and 2 Last of Us. I could not do this like 2 streams in a row. There's no way. No, I dodged in the wrong time. I just saw like a visual glitch in the back and it confused me. Isn't that great? You see the game glitching and it confuses you. But we chillin', you know, I'm used to dying in this game. It is what it is. And eventually, suddenly, usually, you beat the bosses. It happens. Mostly it's when I least expect it and when I have the worst attempts of the entire attempting. That's when it happens. I just don't really know when to attack because I feel like usually what happens is when I try to attack is that I just get hit. And it doesn't really feel like I have any like way in. You know? I always get hit back immediately whenever I try to go for it. Yeah, 'cause there's not a lot of room for attacking. There's a lot of room for dodging. Not so much for healing, not so much for attacking. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, you can kind of panic roll that one. Good to know. Okay, wow. I was just trying to like lock on, and that was my death. Okay. Okay. I will not lock on then, I guess. I don't know. I was just trying to press one button, and that's what happens. Let's just not give me a chance whatsoever. One button that isn't dodging, let's say. But yeah, I did say I could kind of roll away from it, yeah. Panic roll. Yeah, that was too late though. Like, I can't really... I just kind of have to roll away immediately. Or I can dodge that. That works too. What are all these attacks? I don't even know what's hitting me. What is happening? Why am I getting attacked from all sides and I can only see what's in front of me that is attacking me? How am I supposed to dodge all that? We just keep rolling? Keep rolling, rolling, rolling? You know? Is that what I do? No. Yeah, so when do you attack? That's what I'm trying to figure out currently. So there's not a lot of room for that.
promise you a 1,000-year voyage guided by compassion.
Okay, what is even happening? What are all these attacks? Hello? Hello? Can I get a chance, please? This feels very Millennia 2.0. Very, very Millennia 2.0. Only much worse. Like, I feel even... Like, we could fight a Millennia and see if it's easier. Because I feel like it would be. I just want to attack, please. Let me attack. He's not listening. But I could try, right? You can try talking to them. Why not? Sorry, I was hydrating. So that's why I had like a... I put my controller on my leg. And sometimes you hit R2 when you do that, or L2. And then it does like the special attack. Even though I'm not actually holding it. Yes. That's what happens. I just have this funny idea. So fun. I just really want to try something. So don't mind me. Such a gorgeous arena, by the way. I don't think I ever noticed the foot armor. Why does it have little toes?
I dreamt for so long.
Is it so she can move better?
My flesh was dull gold, and my blood rotted. Corpse after corpse left in my wake. As I awaited his return.
She's so cool, though.
Heed my words. I am Melania, Blade of Mikola. And I have never known defeat.
I love the sequence. The sequence was amazing. Okay, I pressed it. Oh, okay. I'm not used to this fight whatsoever anymore. I just wanted something different. I wanted to try something. So don't mind me. Okay, she still murders me easily. That's all I wanted to know. Yes. Okay, one more time. I've never defeated Melania without summons, by the way, so if I ever managed to do that, that would be quite amazing. Thing is though, as soon as she hits you, she gets like her health back. So you have to kind of do no hit. I'm kind of scared to attack. So I don't want to. I want to get her health back, you know? Get her health back. Oh well.
Blade of Mikola.
Anyway, I think we'll go back to Radahn, don't worry. That was a fun little X-course, but actually I should go back. So she's still very much alive in this playthrough. I have not defeated her here, but I've also not really completed the game. So there's a lot of stuff that's still not done here, but I just kind of prepared it for the DLC, so... Is this it? I don't even know. I don't remember which one it is. Yes, that's the one. The Divine Staircase. So I know Halloween is this week. Is anyone excited? Anyone getting dressed up? I don't really ever do that, but I wish I kind of had friends who did that so we could dress up together and have some fun with it. I just don't have that many friends. But I do have wigs. I could dress up for myself if I wanted to. Nikki. Oh no. Yeah, I was struggling over here, but it's fine. And as for Halloween, I don't know. Sometimes there's kids ringing on our doors, but I think they're a little bit afraid because there's like 6 households in this building. You can't just kind of ring the doorbell and expect anyone to come down to you. Otherwise, I might try to scare them. Scare those kids. Yes. No, I'm kidding. I could never. We're doing a dress down day for work, so like wear normal clothes because they don't trust us to wear Halloween costumes. Oh no. Yeah, I mean at work we would never do that, but that's like way the job that I work at or the company is way too old school for that. But that could be fun though. You got to dress up for work. I mean, Halloween is still, I would say, like in Germany, it's not really a thing. It's still like kind of a new thing. And nowadays people actually, you know, celebrate it a bit more, but yeah, it's not really, it's not really something we grew up with so much, I would say. Like I never walked around and asked for, you know, trick or treat. I never did that. It's not really common. What we do when we're kids in this kind of, in like fall times, October, November, we do like lantern walks. Where when you are a kid, you kind of walk around with your parents and lanterns that they made or you made or, you know. Geh mit meiner Laterne und meine Laterne mit mir. That's a song that you sing when you walk with your lantern. We work with food, so I guess I get it. We just had our Christmas launch event, so I feel they're not bothered by Halloween. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. As I said, Halloween is not really a tradition here. It just kind of came recently, and so it's still quite new. Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's a very US thing, and it kind of just went over to our places, to the rest of the world, slowly but surely. Kind of losing focus a little bit, so don't mind these kind of weak attempts. They're all part of it, though. So for Halloween, we're definitely gonna play some Last of Us, if you want to join me for that. Because it's the scariest game I can probably play. We adopted Black Friday even though we have no reason to have it because no Thanksgiving. Yeah, same here. We have Black Friday, like a little bit. We have Black Friday sales, but we don't have Thanksgiving. So it makes no sense. We have that too. That's actually true. Yeah, I'm just getting tired. Don't mind me. Attempts are so bad. Can't even count them as attempts. Yeah, it's kind of funny how these things just swap over and you kind of just take them on even though they have nothing to do with you or your culture. But that's the globalism, I guess. Being a global world and adapting other cultures and traditions. I mean, it's the same thing with, let's say, Christmas. Like, Japan has tried to kind of adapt Christmas a little bit, but in Japan it's like a couple's holiday instead of like being with family. So I don't know where they messed up. And it's kind of funny, like they all go to KFC for Christmas so they can have some chicken. 555 deaths, by the way. Let's go. So yeah, when I was in Japan and I was there for Christmas time, I kind of brought some, or like taught some traditions, some like German traditions to my roommates. And I was just like, okay, here you have a little tree. We set up trees usually. And then, you know, we watch really cool like movies for Christmas. And we have some amazing food together. And, you know, just hang out, maybe give each other some presents. And that's what we do. I even, one time, I missed home so much, I even went to church. Because we used to go to church when we were kids, you know, and have like watch this Christmas celebration in church. But it was so different. And they all like came up to me and were like, "Oh, you want to come back?" And I was like, I don't know yet." I never came back. They just wanted to kind of adopt me there. It felt like come back, come back. So, yeah, that didn't happen. Like, I'm not that religious. I just missed home so much, as I said. I wanted to kind of have a little bit of home there with me. That's why I went to church. Because that's something like a tradition that we used to do when we were younger. But even now, like, we don't really do it anymore. My parents are not that religious either. It's not really, you know, we're not really a religious family. Worried about Christmas this year. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, same here. I don't even know if I get vacation, like if I get days off. I don't know. So, I asked last week and they were like, "Oh yeah, let's talk about it next week." And so far we have not talked about it. And this week is only 4 days long. So good luck with that. I would love to go home though. I would love to go visit my parents, at least for a week. Oh, you guys split? I'm so sorry, Nikki. So sorry, Nikki. Can I give you a big, like, virtual hug? Is that okay? It's making things complicated. Yeah, I can't imagine. Okay, I'll give you the biggest virtual hug. Okay? Yes. And if I ever do come to Scotland, I'll give you a real life big hug. And if you ever, you know, if you ever need someone to talk to, you know my DMs are open. Of course, Nikki, of course. Always. Yeah, phase 2, but I have no... this... What is this? You know? What is even happening? There's too much coming from the top, from the sky, that I don't know where it's coming from. And I'm supposed to know that how, you know? Chaos, yeah. It's so chaotic. I prefer phase 1 for sure. Phase 1 is learnable. Phase 2 is just mess. Just a mess. And that one attack, it feels very Melania. It feels very... what is it called? Waterfowl? With the waterfowl dance or whatever? Yes. That one. But honestly, I'm not opposed to... If I really keep struggling like this, I'm not opposed to maybe looking for other weapons and other solutions and other things we can do. Just trying out different things, you know? Maybe something that causes scarlet rot. I couldn't dodge a single thing there. Whoops. Pizza's still lurking. Let's go. Let's go, pizza. Even if you're probably hiding for spoiler reasons. I get it. Didn't someone I know defeat him with the sunflower? Isn't that something I have seen? The sunflower. I mean, we have so many weapons, and I know we picked up a lot of stuff that is scaling with strength and dex. You know. I mean, those are daggers. I'm not really gonna use a dagger. I love the milady, but it doesn't do enough damage. It's to do more damage. I mean, that one is just very slow, isn't it? Yeah. That's very bonky. Ah, that's too slow for me. Oh, that looks like a snake. Sorry, I'm just looking through all my weapons. Don't mind me. Okay, you can't two-hand that one. Or can you? Oh, you can. That's a cool weapon. The Falx. Okay. It also causes blood loss, kind of the same amount as it does this one. This one does. That's just a normal weapon, right? It's a cool weapon. Falx. Okay, I'll try to remember that one. Maybe I'll upgrade it, because why not? Dismount her? Dismount her. It's kind of the same as the as my usual weapon. Or does it have better scaling? I'm not entirely sure. I mean, that's very, like, katana-like. I don't necessarily want a katana. Even though... Look at that. That's cool. Okay, that's cool. Oh, that one had a really cool moveset, right? Wasn't that the one? Oh, yeah. Look at me go. Look at me go. Okay, I can't do it anymore because I don't have FP, but... It's such a cool weapon, though. I kinda want to try that out. And doesn't it give, oh yeah, Scarlet Rod build-up. I'm very tempted to upgrade this one. But we need some runes for that. Okay, let me upgrade this one. I just want to see how it handles in this fight, okay? If it's not good, if I can't get used to it, I'll just stick to my normal weapon. Maybe try out one or two other weapons. I'm just very tempted. And this is like the best time to try out different weapons. If not now, then when? I don't know if this is the best area for runes. Honestly, I think the Midra place might be the best. Anywhere where there's just a lot of enemies with a lot of runes. We could go to Midra, I guess. Midra's Mans. This mansion. Yeah, see how much more runes I get from a shorter amount of time. Now we could just kind of go the way back up. I'm going to bed. Danke für deinen Stream. Gute Nacht. Alright, Savan. Have a good night. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you have some great concerts coming up. Have a good night. Gute Nacht. Gute Nacht. Yeah, this place is great for runes. You could even farm levels here, I think. If you wanted to. Let me see if that's enough already. I kind of doubt it, but let's see. Maybe it's more than enough. It's probably only 10 levels, right? And not 25.
I took you for no matter it's lay out your arms then.
Yep, that's way more than enough. Should I go for one level? Just for funsies? As I said, I'm getting a bit tired of fighting anyway, and like, I'm not really focused anymore. Since I have already 60,000. Might as well go for 270,000. I mean, that was pretty quick. We took maybe like 3-4 minutes just for 80,000. That's pretty quick. Actually, I could also try out this weapon. See how it handles with normal enemies. Okay, that's just a normal R1 attack. It's not too bad. It's quite quick, actually. Kind of like this weapon. Yeah, it is nice. Do you like it? Just gonna go the way back up. Up and down. That is so overkill for like normal enemies though. Does it take one hit longer to kill them? I think the other weapon is a bit quicker when it comes to that. So maybe a bit more damage on one hit. But it's not that much. Ow. Ow. Okay, bye. That's the only problem with this attack. It kind of lands you wherever. Yeah, this guy definitely takes longer to kill. Oh, he has Scarlet Rot. Nice. It actually worked. Got Scarlet Rotted. Nice, there you go. Yeah, the weapon is cool. I like it. And the boss was cool that had it, so that helps too. Okay, we do need 100,000 more. Roundabout. A little bit more, but 110 maybe. Yeah. But that was pretty quick, right? We already have 160,000. It's pretty quick. Can I leave? Okay, thank you. Three times in a row. Okay. That's new. Yeah, so it's a little bit more than 30k per round, like 35k maybe? It's not too bad. That's just going from one grace to the other. There's definitely more places you could go here. I feel like this route is just the easiest. Besides, it's one big guy. Okay, one more time and then we should have it. Should have what we need. Or kind of, almost. If it is 35k, that is. Yeah, just skip this guy. He's a bit annoying. Okay, I'll just sit down and kill one enemy and then we're fine. I just saw that arcane boosts vitality. I didn't really know that. But I'm pretty robust. Okay, I think I'll give it maybe 3 more attempts. I'm getting a bit tired. I can tell. So 3 more tries with this weapon, because why not? The problem is with that attack, you can't really stop it, as far as I know. So once you're in it, you can get hit, but you don't really get stopped. Okay, you can't stop me doing that, actually. I just found out. The damage is looking much worse than my other weapon. I can already say that. My other weapon doesn't have Scarlet Rot. That he gets 2 swords. I could have 2 swords too. Oh, for certain weapons, you can... You like automatically get a second weapon. Which one was it? We had one earlier. Wait. Was it this one? It was one of the curved swords. This one. So you see, I only have 1 sword. I only picked up 1 sword. But if you 2-hand them, you get a second one. Is our bigger? Yeah. I mean, he's a big dude in comparison to, so... Must have big swords, of course. I'll just go back to my normal weapon for the last attempt. Must be compensating for something, yes. I mean, he was basically dead and revived, so I guess that's what he's compensating for. I know you mean something else, but yes. Okay, can I catch a break here? Is that possible thing? Thank you. I also forgot to use my potions. I should do one more attempt. It's because I forgot to use everything. Yeah, that doesn't really count. I'll count it, but it doesn't count as one attempt. I'll count the death, though. I would never. No. No. Of course not. How dare I even think you would insinuate something else? Yeah, there we go. I'm pretty sure you can have, like, huge swords as well. And 2 of them. I'm sure there's a way to do that. But it's probably like a bonky weapon, so I don't really have it. Or use it. Just don't like slow weapons. Okay. That was a fair enough last attempt, I believe. Almost made it to second phase. So yeah, I think I might edit some photos and then sleep. I think that's what's gonna happen today. But I will be back tomorrow and Thursday, because why not? But tomorrow and Thursday we're gonna play some The Last of Us, continue with that. Yes. And maybe, if I really feel up to it, Sunday, Neva. Maybe. It's a big maybe, though. Yeah, that's the plan for the rest of the week. As I said, I will be at a festival Friday, Saturday, so don't really have time for anything else. But yes. Last of Us tomorrow, Thursday. Yes. All right, let me see. I'm not really awake anymore, but let me see if there's anyone to raid. Oh, people are playing Life is Strange. No, go away. I don't want to see. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go. Sorry, I was just checking. Alright. Thank you all for hanging out today. Thank you for being here. Thanks for the good talks. I'll be back tomorrow evening. Hope to see you then. For some me being scared of clickers. And yes, have a good night. Sleep well. And have a great day tomorrow. Alright, have a good night. Bye everybody. Bye bye. Tschüss. Gute Nacht. Tschüssli Müsli. Oyasumi nasai. Buonanotte? Yes. Okay. I'll try. Okay, bye.